Is one of us trying to not be first and sound stupid?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Zeonizer Podcast for another
Okay,
round
good.
of hilarity and just sheer effing randomness. My name is Jeremy, aka Mr. Fun Guy. How are y'all doing tonight? I'm with my cohorts.
This is your boy David, aka Mr. Phenomenalmiklo.
This is Jerry, aka Jerry. I think my tag is like J3D, but that's only because it's a cool play on my initials, which is actually JED. Fun fact: turn the E around, it's a three. So,
I
Oh,
did not know that. Don't know,
neither did I.
obviously.
You learn something new every day, folks.
absolutely.
Yep. Yep. Like my cruel and unusual dad jokes punishments on David last night.
I still have yet to forgive you for that, sir.
Some things are
So,
just too painful to subject our audience to.
exactly. Well, we don't want to put you guys through that cruel and unusual torment. But nonetheless, we do have some other cruel and unusual torment to have you guys go through for tonight's events. So we
More
do
like
have a
five.
jam-packed we do have a jam-packed episode for you guys. We will be covering anything as far as wrestling goes with Monday Night Raw that just aired yesterday, to some new trailers that dropped, some new movies that are coming out, some rumors in the
There's a couple
you know
rumors. We
yeah,
got we got all the good stuff that we love to bring you.
exactly. And then we're gonna be rounding out the episode talking about fanfics, comic books that are basically fanfics that are getting mainstreamed and things of that sort. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this episode, you guys.
Sweet. I've
Uh,
been waiting all damn week.
what do we
So
want
have
to
I.
what do we want to touch first? We said I think we said we wanted to touch on Raw first. Get that out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you
So
guys watched Monday Night Raw, I mean, I I liked it because they're continuing the storyline with the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes, as well as Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, things like that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm in a stage right now with wrestling where I watched Raw. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I watched the matches and I watched the highlight of the promos. And what I'm noticing is that the storylines they have going on,
mhm,
they're like half good and half meh. You know what I mean? There's no really bad
mhm,
ones going on. Um, but what I noticed about the matches is like if you watch one of the matches that has nothing to do with one of the storylines, that
mhm,
match is not going to be entertaining.
mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
well,
I see where you're coming from.
and I mean that's
here's
just
the
a
thing.
reflection of the. That's more like a reflection of the fact that they WWE is a storyline focused wrestling product. You know what I mean? Um,
True.
Not like something like like New Japan where it's more about the matches than the story. But
New Japan is insane. If y'all have never watched New Japan, I urge y'all to watch New
uh,
Japan.
yeah,
Oh
New
yeah.
Japan. That's my favorite wrestling to watch. Um, I'll watch it. I'll watch non-translated New Japan. Just like the matches are so crazy. Those guys have a lot less regard for their well-being than American wrestlers do.
Yeah, they're more no holds barred type of wrestling.
Yeah, but
I
also
seen.
professional wrestlers are a lot more respected over there than they are over here.
True.
No, but uh, the storyline going to be they're mainly focusing on Bloodline because this gotta be one of the best storylines I've seen since I will say the action. Not even joking. Um,
Hmm.
but when we saw Jay super kick and for y'all, if this is spoilers, I apologize. But we've been seeing the history between Jay and Sammy unfold the last few weeks. And
Mhm.
we've been seeing Jay not doing anything, just watching, just watching the cars unfold and just taking this is like a back seat and watch what's going on. And where we saw him hugging Sammy, we're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah, maybe like 60 seconds later, massive super kick to Sammy. And that's when we figured out, oh, he was just playing the whole time. So I can honestly see Solo, the Usos against Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens in 6-man tag. I can honestly see that.
And that sounds like a good match. That sounds like it would be entertaining.
Oh, no joke.
Very true.
I'll say random note. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has been one of my favorite wrestlers. I've been a fan of his even in Ring of Honor when he was Kevin Steen.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people that are hardcore wrestling fans know this. I'm not necessarily a hardcore wrestling fan anymore, but I was when I was learning this. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are like best friends from growing up.
Oh yeah, they toured the world together, man.
Yeah, and I've watched their like Ring of Honor matches where Sammy was El Generico, in the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Watching those two dudes in the ring together, like that's like they put music on in there, and I think like when you're really good friends with someone, like I think the best wrestling matches happen between wrestlers who are actually good friends, like in real life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they trust each other. You know what I mean? To like not injure them. You know what I mean? Um, I mean, I'm happy that we're at a point in uh, wrestling, professional wrestling fanhood that kayfabe is kind of out the window these days. Um,
Yeah.
everyone acknowledges like the spectacle and the show and the story, you know, um, and that's giving them more room to make those things more vibrant than they could when they had to make everything seem like it was 100% real, you know.
Right.
Oh yeah. But
No,
I mean,
100%.
is it me? I mean, I like Kevin Owens. I know you like Kevin Owens, Jared, but I like Kevin Owens, but I liked him when before he took the whole Stone Cold gimmick. I mean,
Yeah, I don't like
I
that
don't
he
care for
did.
that.
I don't like that he does the stunner, but also I think that they probably made a business decision to let him do the stunner because they didn't want him to do the pop-up power bomb on the outside anymore. You know, because like he does
Yeah.
the power bomb, but you know how he used to
Yeah.
do like the pop-up power bomb on the outside where he would like slam their back on the like edge of the ring.
I mean, yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
that's the
Oh,
hazard.
yeah, I remember that.
But that's the
and he
hazard.
did
But
that. He did that in NXT a few times, and I think he did it on WWE television one time. But I think they were kind of like, yeah, we don't actually want children to see that, you know.
no, I mean, of course not. But he does the pop up power bomb in the ring now. He still does it.
Oh yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
still does it,
But
but I think that he was like, yeah, I do the pop up power bomb in the ring all the time. But when I do it on the outside and I hit their back on the edge, I get a real pop. Like, give me something that gives me a pop. And they were like, you want the stunner, I guess, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's just the Stone Cold Stunner. I mean, iconic move. I mean,
I just hope
but
I hope the stunner doesn't become as the choke slam. You know what I mean?
oh no
Like
shit.
now any big guy does a choke slam, you know what I mean? But like back in the day, who choke slammed you? Undertaker or
Kane,
Kane? That was it, you
Kane,
know?
yeah,
And then it was the big show because he's a big guy. And then every big fucking guy choke slams a person. You know what I mean? Like and then it becomes
True.
yeah. It's kind of like the DDT. It's like yes, it's a common move, but everyone uses it, but no one's got their own it's their own thing that makes them them. So I mean,
I liked
you know,
I liked Dean Ambrose's DDT. I liked Dean Ambrose's. He did it kind of weird. You know what I mean?
actually no. If you think about it, his version of the that DDT that he did is the same butterfly DDT that Cactus Jack.
You're right. You're right. It is just a butterfly DDT. But
Butterfly DDT.
Dean Ambrose looked good doing it though.
I mean,
Bro, which
truthfully,
one?
everybody's finishers are the exact the same. You know, like, what was it Montez Ford doing the frog splash, Kevin Owens doing the frog splash, RVD doing the frog splash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the moves have basically been invented or, have been redone or renamed. Like, you have the Bubba Bomb or the Bubba Cutter, which is basically the stunner, but named after Bubba Ray. You have the Cody Cutter, which is basically the RKO, you know.
Yeah, there's been repurposed and renamed. It's like it's like what you said, the frog splash. Okay, to
Mm-hmm.
me, no one could do the frog splash better than Eddie Guerrero.
Of course.
I mean, I know, and God rest his soul and all, but when I see everyone pulling the frog splash off, I'm like, it's not the same, man. But I mean, it's good that those moves that those wrestlers did use are not going to waste. They're still being used. It's just, kind
Yeah.
of weird to me watching them being used. It's like I would give anything to see Billy Kidman and Evan Bourne have a shooting star press contest and a tag team bout.
Yeah.
I mean, but uh, we're kind of getting off topic here. I mean, Monday Night Raw has, and it was a cliffhanger show. I mean, Cody Rhodes came
Yeah.
out, Bloodline flees because they know, hey, we can't mess with him. This is Roman. This is Roman's turf. We cannot mess with him. But I have a feeling that we're going to see a 6-man tag either Fastlane or before Fastlane.
I mean, it could be very possible. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see how this whole Sami Zayn bloodline beef that he has going on, how that's gonna play out. I mean, the only way that's gonna play out is for them to continue and just have it keep going. What I don't want them to do is kill the storyline before it gets good. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Which
had the trial of Sami Zayn. Yes, they had Sami Zayn lose to Roman Reigns because we all know Cody Rhodes is gonna move on to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. We know that's gonna happen. Um, we know that's a kind of a 50-50 right now of Roman dropping the belts to Cody. It is what it is. But the purest 100% babyface that WWE has right now is Sami Zayn. This dude is so over. He is more over than John Cena in the PG era. That's how
Absolutely.
over
I would
Sami
agree.
Zayn is.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. I mean, I liked Sami Zayn a little bit more a few years ago when I was actively watching more.
Yeah,
I'm like just getting back into it, but like I see how the crowd pops for this guy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, and like that's everything in professional wrestling. You know what I mean? How the crowd reacts to you is everything in professional wrestling. That determines your livelihood. That determines how over you get. That determines what
Mm-hmm.
opportunities you get. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, it's like you said, he's so much over right now. So much over.
This was so much better than when he was the conspiracy Sami Zayn. Like everything was a conspiracy to make sure he didn't succeed in WWE. He had that kind of small kind of relationship with Brock Lesnar because they were Canadians and all this other stuff, and it was all
Brock
right. It was
Lesnar's from
funny.
Minnesota.
I thought he was Canadian.
No, Brock Lesnar's from Minnesota.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But more or less, thank you for that. Anyway,
No problem.
and he's insanely popular. And if I was a WWE executive, I'd be like, shit, we didn't attend for this. What the hell's going on? And then just have to roll
Mm-hmm.
with it because, yeah, I mean, he's better than what John Cena was in the PG era, which, by the way, John Cena, promos was better when he was Dr. Thugonomics. I mean, you know,
I
it's
mean,
nuts.
John Cena was an example of something where like he became much larger than himself, like very quickly. You know what I mean? Um, Something that doesn't happen to very many professional wrestlers. Like it happens to the largest professional wrestling stars. You know what I mean? Um,
Oh, yeah.
but that very quickly happened to him to the point where they definitely like there was a time period where they were branding him as like the Hulk Hogan of this generation. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I believe they succeeded because from 2006, or I should say late 2004, when he started doing the Doctor of Thugonomics, up until I want to say, I don't know, 20.
And
I was going to say more or less 2014 when Brock Lesnar came back and they started just flip flopping the title between Brock Lesnar and Roman and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
okay.
Those four.
Mhm.
It was all John Cena. John Cena was the head and face of the company.
oh yeah,
So he
and it's funny.
technically was.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
I drew
want to,
another parallel between him and Hulk Hogan though, which is
yeah,
funny. I drew another parallel between him and Hulk Hogan, which is that he's been in just as many movies that Hulk Hogan was in, where no one even knows that he was in it or gives a fuck about that movie. You know what I mean? Like he
It's
was.
kind of funny. The movies Hulk Hogan was in are cult classics. Can you
I
name
mean,
me a
not.
John Cena movie as a cult classic?
I mean, some of his movies may
not yet.
become cult classics years down the road, but I mean, when
I mean,
those movies that Hulk Hogan has that are cult classics now came out,
yeah,
nobody gave a fuck about those movies. You know, they went and saw
yeah.
them. They were like, this movie fucking sucks. Like, I just saw this clip the other day. Reminded me, there's this fucking Amy Schumer movie where John Cena plays a drug dealer in it, and it was so fucking funny because it was just like a clip of that scene, and like
Mm-hmm.
Amy Schumer is there doing like her like bad comedy, and she's like, "We're here to buy the drugs," or like whatever. And John Cena as the drug dealer, he's got like a tackle box, like for fishing. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
and he opens up the tackle box and he flips out like all the compartments or whatever. And he's like, "All right, like what do you need? I got like K, this, that." He names off like
Yeah,
56 different drugs, you know,
yeah.
and
So
like it's
disclaimer:
pretty.
John Cena does not actually sell drugs. We're talking
Yeah,
about a movie.
disclaimer: John Cena
Okay,
does not
we don't want WWE coming after
does
us.
not endorse
So
drugs. Uh, he was definitely in this movie with Amy Schumer that I can't remember the name of, but just that
neither can
scene
I.
was
That's how
pretty
bad it
funny.
was.
That scene
Yeah.
was pretty funny. And what I'm trying to say by that is that John Cena is funny. He's a very funny person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. That movie
you know who's
you
not
can't.
funny? You know who's not very funny?
Oh
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, we all
no,
know
he's
that
a
shit.
racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, but talking about movies that no one gives a shit about John Cena being in, um, kind of a nice little segue. The new TMNT movie
Ah.
currently has John Cena in it.
Okay,
I
so
hate both of you. I hate
okay,
both of
so
you.
for the uh,
You're assholes.
for the listeners of the
Every last one
podcast,
of you.
we'll go ahead and let you in on a little like of our personal lives together as the Zeonizer 3. Um,
Yep.
The other day, me and Jeremy had a very heated discussion about this Ninja Turtles trailer that came out, which I think looks pretty promising and not traditional by any means, but at least interesting enough to give credence to.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think about it, David? Before we let Jeremy give his take, what do you think? What
I'm,
did you think about the trailer?
I'm secretly flipping both of you off. You should see this right now.
We love you too, buddy. So
Yeah, sure, whatever.
the only good thing that I like about the TMNT is the fact that they have Jackie Chan as Master Splinter. That's it.
Can I
Okay,
see
I
any
don't.
other redeeming qualities in the trailer?
Redeeming
The only
qualities? Redeeming? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna shut up. Oh, I'm gonna shut up.
we gonna let you go. We gonna let
Easy,
you
Tiger. Easy,
let you
Tiger.
voice your opinion.
We're gonna let you loose in just a second, okay, pal?
So
Yeah, hurry up. This cage is rattling.
okay, so the only redeeming quality is the fact of, the animation for it is a mix of what I see. It's a mix of the movie Chicken Run, so it's that like really wonky 3D. It's not even 3D movie animation, but it's more cartoonish. It's like very cartoonish, which is a weird mix. Um, they do have some 80s classic characters coming into the movie, which is I feel is
Oh
great
yeah, that's stuff that's
because
not even in the trailer. They had
mhm
all those other mutants, you know.
mhm. So that's the only thing that I feel is a redeeming quality, because if you grew up watching TMNT, the classic, I'm talking about the classics, the TMNT, and then TMNT 2, um Secret of the Ooze, I believe was the name of it,
Yep.
and then
Ooh,
TMNT 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 3, right?
Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time. Okay. Those three were the best TMNT movies ever made. Okay. The reboots that they've done, other than the cartoon series, okay, the movies that they've made have been very bad. So I'm keeping an open mind on it, but as of right now, the only redeeming quality is the fact that they have classic characters coming into the movie, as well as Jackie Chan
Jackie
as
Chan.
Master Splinter. That's it. That's the only two things that I can think of right on the spot. If they release more trailers down the road, or when they do, and we watch them and see them, and they start revealing more and more, then hey, I can easily change my mind. But
Okay, well, I'll give I'll give my 2 cents, and then we'll let Jeremy go because I know he's absolutely fuming at the mouth right now.
You
probably
you have you have no fucking idea.
I
okay.
actually do, which is why I predicted it. Um, okay, I do like the casting of Jackie Chan as Splinter.
Okay.
I find all of the other castings to be absolutely interesting.
Interesting how.
Um,
Are you high? Honestly, are you high? No. It's not even high. Are
of
you on
course.
crack? No, not crack. Are you drunk? No, not drunk. Are you insane in the membrane?
Okay, listen. Let me
This is
explain
just.
myself. Okay, let me explain myself. All right,
You better
you are
explain.
going
You better get
to
a good explanation.
you are going. Trust me, you are going to get your chance at this. Believe me, and I am going to
May the,
love it when we get to
may
your
the
turn.
gods smile upon me.
Okay, I like the Jackie Chan choice of Splinter. They picked four unknown child actors to play the turtles. That's cool. The
Okay.
castings of the other mutants and villains, all random. Listen, Juan Carlos Exposito as Baxter Stockman, that's good casting. Okay? That is
Okay.
good casting. Okay? That is good casting. Um, okay. Things about the trailer that I like. Okay? There is evidence that they're driving a van. That means they can turn that into the shell machine. Okay? That was the first thing that I liked. Secondly,
Okay.
Seth Rogen said very explicitly when it was announced that he was making this movie was going to be about them being teenagers and or preteens and or children. You know what I mean?
And
These
Mm-hmm.
turtles
more
are
trash.
young. These turtles are young, okay? They are literally younger than we've ever seen them be, okay?
Right.
So you got to give credence to that, in that if in proper Hollywood style right now, okay, everything Hollywood puts out, they want to turn it into a trilogy, okay?
True.
There is not a single movie that is made now that they don't have plans for a sequel or trilogy for before they even release it. You know, that's just the name of the game. So they could, Seth Rogen could have a whole story written out for this thing, where by the end of the three movies, there are different voice actors, there's different everything, and they're like full on, like, we're gonna beat your ass Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? Um, Also, the other thing that I like about it, and this is going to be the last point that I make because this is going to be the most contentious one, probably. I like the fact they didn't show Shredder or mention Shredder in anything.
Hmm. Interesting.
Fry. Where's Fry? Fry. Where's Fry? That shit doesn't
Okay.
work very well.
I think it's
Okay.
time we let Jeremy out of his cage and let him let the like the viewers know
Absolutely.
why
So,
he doesn't
so,
like this.
so, Mr. Gross,
Okay.
tell me how you feel about the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer, produced by Seth
It's
Rogen.
it's a glorified shit circus. Okay, it's a shit circus. Let me tell you why it's a shit circus. Okay, now you may want to call the vendor to bring your peanuts to your seat because I don't want you to leave the seat because the circus is about to get real shitty here. Okay, okay. Let me tell you why. It's a
It's gonna have
fucking
nuts in it.
play. Yes, it's gonna have nuts in it, man. It's gonna be a nutty turd after a hot Cheeto binge. Okay, this is how bad it's gonna be, bro. Because the fucking animation, the animation. Okay, I understand the ambition. I understand Seth Rogen is a big fan. He's just like all of us. But big fan or not, you don't turn around and take something as glorious as the TNT universe and turn it into a gigantic construction porta potty. Okay, this is bad. Okay, I don't give a shit about the casting. I don't give a flying fuck about the writing. I don't care if this is an origin story. We all know the origin story of TMNT. It does not take a genius or Einstein, or it doesn't even take a baby with no brainstem to understand the moral here of mathematics that go in it. Turtles fall in ooze, okay? They grow up to be teenage fighting machines by a rat who's also mutated to go up against a walking cheese shredder and the foot. It doesn't take, it's not complicated. This is just another cash grab of nostalgia. This is about, you know what? This is so bad that the Michael Bay movies sound so much better than this. God, I'm going to hell for saying that, but it's just the fact of it. This is you're ruining it. Okay, I don't give a shit about John Cena. I don't even give a shit about Jackie Chan being the voice of Splinter. I don't care. Whenever I found out about this being a show, I was actually kind of excited. You can ask David and Jerry. I was super excited about it until they sent me the goddamn trailer. Okay, now I watched it. It pained me to see it. Like, oh, like why?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's stop right here. Hey guys, how you guys doing today? I hope everyone's doing wonderful. So, we have this wonderful new thing that we have going on. Are you guys tired of drinking Monsters? What about Red Bulls? What about the Bang energy drinks? Man, I know for a fact whenever I go to a liquor store or a convenience store and I have to pay $4 or $5 just to purchase something to give me energy, I know it eats at my wallet nonstop, man. So, what we have for you today, what the guys at the Zeonizer Podcast have for you guys today is W Energy Drink. Okay, it is a powder form that's a supplement as well as a kind of like a pre-workout, but you don't get that constant itchiness feeling. You know what I mean? It's you can get it with caffeine. You can get a tea based. It's keto friendly. It's gluten free, and the best part of it all, the tubs itself are very, very cheap. Now, there's only one way you can get W though, is you go to w.gg. Okay? Go to their website. Check it out. Okay, they got what's up on the screen now, Galaxy Grenade. It's a mix of like cantaloupe mixed with lemons and limes and watermelon and stuff. They have a dragon fruit, flavor. They have all kinds of flavors, you guys. So what are you waiting for? Go to w.gg, use code Zeonizer3 for 10% off. That takes care of your taxes for you. Okay? And you guys can enjoy having an energy drink and mix it with your water. You don't have to spend $5 every day to go to the liquor store to go get some energy. Go to w.gg, use code Zeonizer3, let the guys at W know that the guys from the Zeonizer Podcast sent you. Once again, w.gg, Zeonizer3 at checkout, 10% off. Alright, back to our regular scheduled program.
Like they're supposed to be in the sewer. They're on rooftops throwing ninja stars at Michelangelo's head while he's having a watermelon over his head. Oh, he's
They're
gonna die.
always on rooftops when they're not in the sewers.
But they're not. But they are not doing shenanigans on top of the rooftop, and they're sure as hell not holding the phone and TikToking it or whatever the fuck they're doing. And why
They
is
would be
Donatello?
when they were fucking 12.
Why does Donatello sound like a goddamn woman? Why? Why?
Because
Honestly,
he's a 12-year-old boy.
he's not a boy. He's a goddamn turtle. He's not a girl. He's a goddamn turtle.
What does a 12-year-old turtle sound like?
I don't know because turtles nowadays don't talk. So how the fuck do I know where it's at? You know what? You know what? I am thankful I grew up in the right time frame, in the right the genre, and the right generation to know what is Teenage Mutant Turtles and what is not Teenage Mutant Turtles. To grow up to know what is a Power Ranger and what is Mega Force pile of shit. Okay? This is the exact same thing. This is just a cash grab of nostalgia. Okay? The first three movies were glorified, were awesome. I don't care what you say about Secret of the Ooze or when they go to Feudal Japan. I loved it all because that's what I grew up watching. Now, if this is to target a regular audience,
I like the feudal Japan. I like Turtles in Time more than I like Secrets of the Ooze.
Thank you. I like all three. I even like the 2017 TMNT animation. That did it justice. Now that is an TMT animated movie. Okay. Now the god awful. Okay, the 2003 TMT animation was also good. We got to see Usagi, so the rabbit samurai. That was awesome. And then fast forward, I don't know how many years, we got TMT Rise, which is awful. Oh, I'd rather sit and watch Rise than I would watch this movie. It's that bad. If I wanted to watch shit, I would pull a turd out my butt crack and look at it and be in awe and amazement. That's how bad this is.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as you think.
You know what? You know what? I said the exact same shit. Whenever I watched Michael Bay's take on the two turtles, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go in with an open mind. Open mind. I'm not doing that no more because that's how you get disappointed. That's how you get heartbreak, and that's how you get fucked over. You have an open mind.
You fucked your own self over with that one because you trusted Michael Bay. He had already ruined the Transformers.
Hey, you know what?
Did you think he was going to do to Ninja
You know what? You're trusting yourself over this, and Seth Rogen is going to rape you in the asshole. Honestly, I honestly think Seth Rogen was smoking block of pot. Something. like really play it like animation that looks just like Chicken Run. Chicken Run was a whole lot better movie wise than this movie is. It's in the trailer.
Seth Rogen has never let me down. Michael Bay had let me down already like 4 or 5 times before he made a Ninja Turtles movie.
Okay. Okay, you know what? He hasn't let you down. Fine, he hasn't let you down. I guarantee you this movie will bomb at theaters. It's going to bomb. Just as bad as the new Ant-Man movie, if not worse. Okay.
I don't care about those things.
Don't
I
see this
only care
movie.
about if I like a movie. And also, I would agree that the new Ant-Man movie is terrible because
Okay.
I
Now,
I didn't go to the movie theater and watch it, but I watched enough of it pirated that I know that it's bad. And how they did they did my boy Modoc so dirty in that movie that I cannot even.
to anyone listening, this is my SOS. Okay. And no, this is not. I'm not Kofi Kingston when I say this shit. Okay. This is my SOS. Okay. If you're like me and you're an old-fashioned turtle fan, do not see this movie. I would rather you, and I would rather you go watch the Broadway of the Avengers than this bullshit.
Are
Okay.
you attempting to start a
Same with time.
boycott?
You know what? No, I have testicles. I don't boycott. Okay. I don't see any point in it. If I was going to boycott anything, it would be rape. It would be war on drugs. It would be war. It'd be something valuable to boycott, not stupid shit like that. Okay. So I don't know how you boys do in the East Coast, but you boys are strange. I'm telling you, honestly. Now, TMT is a good franchise, lots of history, ladies and gentlemen. If you've not seen it, if you've not watched it, then I urge you to go watch the animated series from 1984, 1985. Then watch the 3 movies. Then watch the 2003 TMT. Skip Rise completely. Okay. Watch the TMT 2007 animated movie. If you want to watch Michael Bay, if you want to brave Michael Bay, go right ahead. Support yourself. Do not see this new movie. Save yourself the time, the money, patience, and the aggravation. Okay. And I want to be open-minded or skeptical. I don't have anything to do with it. And I know Jerry, the next couple of days, is going to remind me, and like, you know what, motherfucker? I'm not talking to you no more. You're mean. You're a bad man. Stay off drugs, kids. Okay? Don't be like Seth Rogen. Stay away from drugs. I'm done.
Yeah, he's a permanent teenager. It says it in the trailer.
Permanent teenager. Okay, so have fun going through puberty over and over and over and over again. Anyway,
Moving on to the next trailer, let's talk about the new Dungeons and Dragons trailer that came out.
Something that's actually exciting to talk about. God damn, finally.
I think this new Dungeons and Dragons movie is going to be really good. I'm very hopeful for it. I actually think that for people that have played Dungeons and Dragons, it's going to be an experience. The trailers that I have seen, it feels like a game of Dungeons and Dragons being played, especially the trailer that came out today. The main character has the ability to reanimate a corpse, to ask it 5 questions, and the questions are completely squandered by asking questions that are like executional. Like they're asking which questions count, but all of those questions count, and it's just like it's so D&D to me.
David?
Okay, so I'm not a big fan of you know, I'm a big fan of Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, love it. I play it. Right, I haven't played it in years. You know, here's my issue with Dungeons and Dragons. Right, you have the guy that played in Wonder Woman. I forget the guy's name.
Chris Pine.
I know it. Chris Pine. Okay, you have the guy he played in Star Trek, which I feel like he was good for that role. playing in Wonder Woman. Okay, but he's playing a bard in Dungeons and Dragons. Not a warrior, not a barbarian. You know, nothing like that. Playing a bard. Okay, it's supposed to be a comedy. Ha ha he he. Okay, you have Michelle Rodriguez, who was Letty from the Fast and the Furious franchise. Okay, she's basically your warrior, right? And then you have these other people who I don't know the names of. I'm not even gonna try to, but you have their different categories. Okay, I'm open minded to the fact where I look forward to seeing how this comes about, but I feel like it's gonna be more making fun of Dungeons and Dragons than actually trying to make it a legit movie. Here's the reason why I say that. Warcraft, World of Warcraft. We've all played the game, correct?
Yeah.
We know how fun that game is. And how stupid, but mainly how fun that game is, right?
Yep.
When they made that movie, I was very open-minded. I was very excited to see it because
You didn't like the Warcraft movie?
no, I didn't. I hated it. It was fucking complete dog shit.
I really liked it. Granted, I've never actually played Warcraft, but I thought that was a good movie.
I completely ignored it. I just didn't watch it.
So I watched it. Okay. I watched it with some buddies, and then about a month or two later, or whenever it came out, like 6 months later, actually when it came out on DVD, I bought the DVD, watched it a couple more times by myself to see what I was actually seeing. And to me, it took the whole video game aspect out of it. You know, it didn't really make sense. You know, so
Maybe that's why I liked it, because I didn't understand the video game elements that were maybe missing from it.
maybe.
I thought you meant you understood it because you didn't have no sense. I'm sorry.
Maybe that too. I mean, but I was just, I thought that the storyline was pretty well thought out.
Yeah.
Um, it looked very, like, it was a very good looking movie. Like, it looked very good. Like, it, even though it definitely like, it gave the exact look that I felt like it should, which is that, like,
Mhm.
it gave the look of something that was based on something, not something they could not actually photograph. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
and they did their best job of filling in the gaps that were left by the game. And I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand the lore. I mean, like, if you guys have played work like the Fell, so like, you know what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know what that is, but I guess that's like the evil magic or whatever. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, like all that stuff. Like, there was like the one crazy deranged orc that wanted to get in with the Fell, and then like the one human mage got like possessed by the Fell, and then
Yeah.
and there was just like so many battle scenes that they just looked really nice, I thought.
Yeah.
But like I
So,
said, I don't know about the game, so like
mhm.
it could also be like, a lot of people who really like the game could watch that stuff and be like, yes, it's very shiny and it looks very nice, but it's not what
Well,
I know.
here's the thing. If you play the game, it's okay. It's a lot like reading like movies that were like, as an example, movies that started out as books. Okay. If you don't read the book and you watch the movie, of course you're gonna like it. But if you read the
True.
book and you watch the movie, you're not gonna like it. It's the same way with video games. If you play a video game, you love it. So when they release
Yeah.
a movie based on a video game, you're like, what the hell is this shit? None of this actually happened.
Yeah,
This is
like
what
the
we're
Max
talking
Payne
about.
video game and then the Max
Oh
Payne
God.
movie with Mark Wahlberg.
I can think of a couple times where that probably wouldn't be true. I can highly doubt if somebody watched Super Mario Brothers, they would
I don't care what you say.
love it without playing the game. They would probably still just hate it.
I would probably watch Super Mario
Probably.
because of Jack Black. I would be honest.
Oh
Yeah,
no, not the one
that's
that's
true.
not come out yet. I'm talking about the one from the 90s.
That was good
Oh,
though.
with John Leguizamo as Luigi.
Bob
Yeah.
Hoskins Mario.
Yeah. So I mean, when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, you know, I've been wanting them to make a movie about it. But I hope they stop making it seem like it's a comedy movie when I mean, I get it. It's a nerd movie, it's a nerd game. You know, people get made fun of for playing it and taking it so seriously and stuff, but it's a game that nerds have been playing, you know, people like us have been playing since it first ever came out back in, I assume it was like the 80s, 70s, 80s. I think more so the
It was
70s,
the
maybe
70s.
80s.
Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons came out. It was the 70s. And
Yeah.
then in the 80s is when they started appropriating that stuff to trading cards, and that's how Magic the Gathering got started. And
Yeah.
then from that spurred all other trading card games.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I don't know if either of you guys have ever played Magic the Gathering, but if you have, we can make a pretty good video on that. I know a lot about it.
I've
I only
played it a
played
few
about.
times,
Mhm.
but I don't know enough to actually make it make sense.
I mean, I played it a few times in like high school, but that's because we got tired of playing Yu-Gi-Oh and Duel Monsters and Dominoes a lot during free period and lunch. So I tried to play. I didn't understand the whole elements. I didn't understand the whole uh, shit behind it. So I just kind of just playing it because I was getting this much every damn day.
Right. So I just hope they stop making it look like it's a damn comedy and it's a joke, because that's how I feel about it right now. I mean, Chris Pine, tremendous actor. You know, I liked it when he played, you know, in Star Trek. Really cool adaptation. I know some people didn't like the reboot. I liked it just because it was a fresh perspective. If you never watched the classic Star Trek, which I've watched the classic Star Trek, I've watched the Next Gen, I've watched all, right? I watched all of them. So being able to
Do you
see
watch, do you watch Picard?
yeah,
Is that any good? Because I've heard mixed things about it.
if you've watched the original with Captain Picard, then yes, it's pretty
So if you
decent.
so if you were into Next Generation, you'll get into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just because it kind of picks up like years later with Captain Picard, so it's actually very interesting. It's very good. So I just hope that they take it like a little bit more seriously when making this movie or releasing the trailers. Like the recent trailer that was released that me and you were talking about earlier, Jerry, was when the mage revives the undead corpse and he can only ask 5 questions, and then Chris Pine fucks up and blows their one chance of trying to get the answer that they're looking for.
Right, yeah, because he keeps like, did that count? And then the corpse keeps saying yes, but then and then even like there's this one where like he says something and then he looks at the corpse and he's like, right? And then the mage looks at him, he's like, why did you add right to the end of that? You know?
Yep. So I feel like they're trying to make it a comedy instead of kind of like an action film, which again, I've played Dungeons and Dragons before. It does take a certain level of humor to make it fun, right? But just to make the entire thing a comedy, just to make a joke out of it, to me that's kind of an issue. So I'm going in with an open mind though. I do hope it does get better with more trailers that get released, but we'll see
I
what
mean,
happens.
I feel like they're going the exact opposite direction of the
Okay.
older Dungeons and Dragons movies. Like those like sci-fi exclusive ones.
Yeah, I remember those ones.
That were like uber serious. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just like way too serious. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to go in the opposite direction, which I mean, Dungeons and Dragons one of those properties that hasn't really been hit a lot as far as like putting it on a screen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, so it could still be. I mean, for all we know, yeah, this new one, maybe it doesn't hit, all the right spots, but hopefully it'll be a step in the right direction anyway.
Yeah. So, um, I'm still excited for the movie. I'll still go pay to watch it. I'm still excited to see how it does play out. But I don't know. Well, that still remains to be seen. So.
Then there's also another movie I think we could also discuss the fact that my wife woke me up this morning and she had
Hmm.
told me that they are rebooting Haunted Mansion with Owen Wilson at the helm.
Oh yeah, they released the
Yeah.
trailer for that. It does
They
not
already released a
actually.
trailer for it.
Yeah, there's a trailer. I watched it and I was not impressed. And I mean, I didn't
Whoa,
like
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I didn't
whoa,
I
whoa.
didn't like the Eddie Murphy one.
Oh, okay,
But
that's it. Okay, pause it. Pause it. Hold. You're telling me you like this shitty TMNT trailer, but you don't like Haunted Mansion. Did I hear that correctly?
I mean, not as a property, but I watched the trailer and I didn't like it.
Ay, ay, ay.
He
Have
said
you
that he didn't
seen?
like the Eddie
So
Murphy Haunted Mansion
yeah,
either,
I
How
Jeremy.
didn't.
dare you? How dare you?
I
How
I
dare you?
didn't like.
They
I
call
didn't
me a
like the Eddie Murphy one,
no, no,
and
no, no, no,
I
no, 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 no. They call me uncultured swine, sir, sir,
who has ever
sir.
told you that?
No,
I don't know.
this man
Probably
on the
people
other
at
side.
his job.
Yeah, a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah,
actually, yes,
only
because
people at your job.
because I don't know certain TikTok dances and challenges and stupid bullshit. Like you know what? I'm from the I'm from the 80s and 90s where shit was simple and shit was fun.
Yeah, doing the
That's
Running
not
Man all
fun.
damn day.
Listen, dude, I
Actually, I'm
like
running,
Owen
man. I'm
Wilson, dude.
fucking that
I
shit.
I like Owen Wilson. I like Wedding Crashers. Okay,
Yep.
but I did not like what I saw
Okay.
in the trailer. Okay, and I'm
Let's
sorry.
okay let's do this. Let's backtrack. Let's rewind. You
Let's
said
go
you didn't
ahead.
like. Okay, no. Repeat what you said about the trailer that you didn't like.
I
Wow,
said I watched the trailer and I didn't like it.
wow,
Oh,
wow.
do you
I,
want
I
me to
think
tell
you
you?
know where he's going with this, Jerry.
Oh, do you want me to tell you all the things about it that I don't like? Because I will put it on my TV right now and tell you
Wow,
real time.
wow,
To be honest, I haven't even seen the trailer. I didn't even realize that they released a trailer. So
No,
I'm gonna
I
have to
want to
watch
know.
it
I
off
want to
time.
know if Jeremy can stop saying wow for long enough to let me know if he wants me to look up this
well, okay,
trailer and tell me the things that I don't like about it in real time.
okay. You know what, Jerry? Before you say it, I want to ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this.
Hmm.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Go on.
Yeah,
Go
that's
No,
kind of
no, no.
payback for earlier. We deserve that
Every
one.
time, see, this is the problem. Every time I open this up to try to reference something that I've already talked about, there's like all these new things. God damn it.
on.
Yeah. Um.
Wow.
So I will openly admit I have yet to see the actual trailer. I am a big fan of Owen Wilson, so I am wondering how this is gonna go. But and I admitted this to Jeremy earlier, but I didn't realize that the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion was actually a reboot of the original one that
Yep.
came out in like the 80s, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
So
The movie
I didn't
came out
realize that.
first, and then Disney made the ride based on the movie. You know,
Right.
because that was how they did it back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then they came out with the Eddie Murphy version of the Haunted Mansion, and then now they're coming out with the trifecta, basically the reboot of the reboot of the reboot of the original. So twice reboot
It's like
removed, if you will,
it's like movieception, dude.
basically. And playing Owen Wilson, who great actor. Okay, a lot of tremendous
I
films
just
that he's been in.
I just turned the trailer on my TV.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna keep stopping it to say wow whenever I need to say wow.
Okay.
Rosario Dawson is in it. Rosario Dawson is in it. She's like a maid or something. Um,
That's interesting.
yeah, she's pretty hot. Um, oh, I saw. Okay, so we got Owen Wilson. He appears to be a priest, or at least he's wearing a priest outfit. I saw Danny DeVito as well.
They have Danny DeVito in this movie.
Yep, I saw him. Yep.
That's interesting.
Okay, so this guy. Okay, so Owen Wilson, the priest, paid this black guy with dreads to investigate the haunted mansion.
Why do I have a feeling that this is just a parody of the movie?
It's made by Disney. It says Disney invites you. It just passed it. To come home, it says.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch this trailer once this
Oh, okay.
episode
So
is done.
the dreads guy. The dreads guy is the guy. What is his name? Um,
The Butler.
no, he was in Get Out. He was in Get Out. He was in Atlanta. Um, what is that?
Was he in Black Panther?
No.
Okay.
It's the skinny dude. Like, have you watched Atlanta?
Oh yeah, I
Like
know who you're talking about
Get
now.
Out, and it's
Yeah.
the dude at the party that he meets for the first time. He's like a first other black guy that he sees, and
Yeah.
the guy that says "Get out," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that guy?
Yeah, I got you. Um that's interesting.
Wow.
So
Looks like Danny DeVito is the main bad guy.
makes sense.
Like he's controlling the house.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, the trailer ended with this very great pop up of a lot of the people looking at Owen Wilson like, what are you gonna do if they come through this portal? And he pulled out an axe. And they were like, really? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill him. And they're all like, they're already dead. And then he was like, well, they're gonna be deader when I'm done with them.
Yeah, I feel like this is just a parody at this point.
But it's made by Disney. I mean, they're doing this to themselves.
Hey,
Yeah.
just because
So
it's made by Disney does not mean any excuse of what if it's going to suffer. It has. It's okay.
Oh
Any
yeah, no,
film
things
company,
made by
any.
Disney are usually always good. But I mean,
I don't say that. Don't go there. Don't go there, girlfriend.
because
Don't
we
go
do
there.
have some
they're
Power Rangers
usually always
series
good.
that
Don't
because
go
we do
there.
have Power Ranger series that were made by Disney that are pretty crap.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
they did not treat our beloved Power Rangers very well.
no, they did not.
They also gave them up when the people who truly love them came back to reclaim them.
No,
That is also true.
they gave him back to Daddy because they didn't want to have to deal with the shit or the shitty what supposedly their shitty ratings and the fact that if you're gonna be under Disney, you gotta be a multi-billion-dollar company or you gotta make billions of dollars. So they gave him back to Daddy. And, Saban said, "Say bye to your surrogate mother." Blah blah. Oh, I'm so going to hell saying all this shit. I'm gonna shut up
Yeah,
now.
you really are. Good boy.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, another good movie trailer that I think is going to be really good is that. And actually, no, it's not going to be good. If anything, it's going to be a nightmare because this morning, I sent David this morning. Uh, Disney is in talks with Dwayne The Rock Johnson to replace
Yeah.
Johnny Depp with Jack Sparrow.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, he wouldn't play Jack Sparrow. They would make him somebody else.
Okay, really? I think I read that wrong then.
How there is no call on this planet that could make Dwayne The Rock Johnson look enough like Johnny Depp to convince us that he was Jack Sparrow.
Well, no, he's not going. I imagine he's not going to look like Johnny Depp, but he's not going to play Jack Sparrow. He's probably going to play another character that they come up with. Which really, if you think about it, how what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Jeremy, or as known as Mr. Fun Guy. I am one part of the Zeonizer Podcast. Today we have something special for you. So before we get into the video, I want to go ahead and drop this sponsor. These guys have been good to us. They're awesome. They're wonderful. They got some awesome apparel clothing. If you guys are just tired of normal average shirts you get at the store, no taste, no color, no Reaper added to it, go to reaperapparelco.com. So many wonderful, so many awesome things. Shirts, caps, stickers, hoodies. They got a lot of good selections, even something for the kiddos. If you like Reapers, if you like skulls, if you like kind of attitude based, like you are the shit, you are the man or the woman, you are the teenager, the kid, whatever you want to be. Go to reaperapparelco.com, and before you check out, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna give you 10% off. That's right, 10% off. How, you ask, Mr. Fun Guy? How can I get 10% off? I'm gonna tell you. Use the promo code Zeonizer3. That's ZEONIZER3. 10% off. That takes the taxes for you. And enjoy. And as always, if you love these deals, if you love what we do as podcasters, as entertainers, same Zeo time, same Zeo place. If you want to get your Zeonizer off, you know where to find your boys. Enjoy the video. But I mean, as I was saying, he's probably not going to take the role of Captain Jack Sparrow. He's probably going to take a new. If he does decide to follow through with it, he's going to take another role. But really, a lot of things have already been explored in the Pirates Caribbean universe. I mean, Fountain of
Yeah,
Youth.
dude, honestly,
Yeah,
I'm not actually interested in seeing another one of those. Dude, like,
neither am I.
did you watch like the last one? Like,
Yeah, I did. Wasn't the
dude,
last one when they Blackbeard? I think.
no, that was the one before the last one that was actually halfway okay. The last one was when it was like the kid of the kid of Will and Keira Knightley's character at
Oh, yeah, that one.
and yeah,
Oh, Stranger
Javier
Tides, right?
Javier Bardem played like the zombie pirate captain.
Yeah. Was it like called or Stranger Tides?
Yeah, and he captured the kid, and he was about to kill the kid, but then he realized that the kid knew Jack Sparrow, and then he was like, "You go to Jack Sparrow, and you tell him that death comes straight for him." You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I remember it now. But I don't really think we need another Pirates movie. I mean, we got a lot of good ones, and some questionable ones. But at this point, since Johnny Depp is not in it, and Johnny Depp is focusing on mainly his band, which by the way is awesome sounding. By the way, I think they should really take their time and effort and focus on something else.
What kind? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I say what the hell a lot.
What the hell?
What the hell? You know, what the effing hell? Um, so, is there like, not a video game, but a tabletop game? Um,
Yeah.
is there
Two
is
games
there a
that I
movie?
think could make
Yeah,
very good movies. Um, Elder Scrolls could make a very good movie. Um, so I've got three. Elder
Okay.
Scrolls, okay, that's the first one. Fable. Fable, if they could adapt that world into like movies, that would be cool. And
Okay.
then Doom, if they did it way better than the one with The Rock.
to be honest. What about you, David?
I feel like if they redid Dragon Ball Z the way it's supposed to be done, then that would have been really dope.
Which, by the way, people, if you're not listening, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 4 is real. It's not fan made. It's not uh, any of those things. It's actually in development by Namco and Toei Animation.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't wait for that. That is, oh my god, I'm gonna spend hours and hours playing that damn game.
Oh
So,
shit, you ain't the only one.
so Dragon Ball Z, if we can redo that with the right cast, that would be awesome. Um, I feel like Diablo would also be a great game because it's
As
an
long as they don't
RPG
do it right,
style
yeah.
gameplay.
As long as they don't do what they did in Warcraft, Diablo.
Yeah. Uh, I
Doom,
mean, maybe another Power Rangers movie.
I mean, there's one in supposedly, and I say this air quotations, in the works or in
Mm-hmm.
production, supposedly.
Right. Oh, we're not talking
But
about Legend of the White Dragon, folks. It's something
you
else.
know, Legend of the White Dragon is supposed to come out sometime this month. We just don't know when.
Yeah.
Um,
So
and take my Arby's bag up. You don't
let's
have
see.
to.
For me, I would have to say video games turn to movies. I'm gonna go classical with this one. I really want to see a Jack and Daxter movie more than anything. Uh,
hmm.
I
Who
mean,
would you
best
have play
Interesting.
PS2
Jack?
games.
Who,
That's a
who would
good
you have play
question.
Jack?
To be honest, I would have to go with smartass, but at the same time a badass. I'll actually say Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper be my Jack, if that was possible. Let's see. I want to see a Psychonauts movie.
Hmm.
And then
Interesting.
for my third, that one's a good one. My third, I would have to go with the Chrono Trigger.
That I can see them out producing. Like that one being done really well. So
Yeah, but Square Enix, even though they have some shitty titles, it's
yeah,
still a damn good studio.
nice. So with that being said, guys, what do you guys think about the fanfics of the Power Ranger universe?
I mean, for me, fan fictions in the Power Rangers universe are. I mean, it's kind of like they're a dime a dozen, but it's also like. I mean, there's a lot of people who have struck silver, at least. You know, uh,
Right.
telling stories through fanfics. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it. It even gets over into people making fan films, which we'll touch on in another episode, I'm sure. Um,
Right.
but I know of some pretty terrible ones. I mean, I think the worst Power Rangers fan fiction that I've ever read was a continuation of the In Space and Ninja Turtles crossover. Um, and they had brought in Venus de Milo, which she was not. You guys remember? She's the female turtle they tried to introduce uh,
Oh yeah.
in the next mutation. Um, they did not include her in the crossover on TV, but in this fan fiction, which was a continuation of that, they had brought her over, and it was some. It was some like Rule 34 stuff containing to Andros and Venus de Milo, and some pretty lackluster reasons for it happening. Pretty bad fan fiction.
I mean, there's some good ones out there, ladies and gentlemen. Like you have no idea the creativity that most of the fan base in the Power Rangers universe has at their disposal. I mean, I'm not gonna say a few names. I mean, they know who they are, but I mean, they've actually gone to the lengths of um, shooting it and the production and the visuals are insane. The stories are just well told, and I think it does not get enough love from the franchise itself because they see it as it's not canon, but nonetheless there's a lot of talent out there. So I mean Hasbro, I mean if y'all ever run out of ideas, shit. I mean ask the fans. They got more ideas than y'all have brain, it seems.
I mean,
True.
at the end of the day, who decides what's canon and what's not? You know, that's
True.
one of the things that pissed me off the most. I mean, some years ago now, when we got the news that Disney had bought Star Wars, we also got the news that they were erasing years worth of continuity that had been written in the novels and comic books, you know. Um, and I had read a lot of that stuff and respected it and liked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know, uh, some higher entity at Disney is able to tell thousands, if not more, uh, fans that love these things that they no longer matter. You know what I mean? And like
It's crazy.
now they call it Star Wars Legends. You know, um, like all the shit that they retconned. You know what I mean? Uh, but like a bunch of really good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would love to drop some names down of some of the benefits that are all over Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. But we don't want to. There was a particular production that both me, David, and Jerry both follow, and quite frankly, they got some awesome stuff regarding the Ninja storyline. Uh, I'm not going to go into detail because we didn't get their blessings yet. I mean,
Hmm.
y'all probably know who we're talking about whenever I say Ninjor and Ninjetti and all that. But they
But
got some really good stuff, good story.
you can rest assured that we do have our finger on the pulse of the Power Rangers fandom, um, as well as trying to keep our fingers on the pulse of the rest of nerd culture, so that we can keep bringing you all the best news for your benefit and ours, because we do so enjoy the opportunity to come together and discuss these things with you guys.
Yeah, but it's not easy, really, to be honest, because we got David on the West Coast, Jerry's on the East Coast, I'm smack dab in Central U.S. We're all in different time zones, and truly, almost every day, I think after we're off at like we've been off at work, and we spend a couple hours on a call determining what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about, what's going to be the subject, So a lot of thought and a lot of detail goes into each and every episode, and each time we get on the air. And it's, some people would think, I mean, does it get boring or tiring? Actually, it doesn't, because we actually have a good time doing this.
True.
And I mean, it's, we're on a lot of platforms now. We used to be on just Twitch and Discord. Now we're on uh, Anchor. We just got Anchor. We got some episodes up on Anchor, uh, Facebook, YouTube, uh, Discord. And check out our boy Phenomenalmiklo on Twitch. He does a lot of cool
Mhm.
stuff. Like right now, he's doing a walkthrough for Dragon Age Inquisition. So if you guys love Dragon Age, you'll love Dragon Age Inquisition. We'll check him out. He's got a lot of good stuff, and he's actually kind of funny. Actually, not the funniest member of the trust of the
I hate
I
group.
try.
I hate BioWare's circular conversation system.
Oh yeah, and note to self, to everybody, that Jerry hates Mass Effect. Okay, he does not like Mass Effect. I tried to get him to play Mass Effect. He wouldn't play. Actually, he
I
played a little
don't
bit of
like.
it and didn't like it.
I did try to play it. Uh, I don't like the circular conversation choice mini
But that's the
game. I
fun part.
don't like it.
It's
Uh,
it's not a mini game.
it is a mini game.
No, it's not. It's not a mini game.
All those
What it
things
is,
are
okay?
mini games. When it gets
No, it's not. It's not a mini game.
conversation choices are mini games. They
No,
definitely
they're
are.
not. They're not mini games. Okay, it's basically
I
a
believe they're
conversation
mini
that
games.
your character, yeah, a conversation that your character is having with another character. It determines your path in the game, whether you're Paragon, Renegade, or whether you're just right in the middle, or just being a smart ass comment or whatever. It's not a mini game. It determines what path you take in the Mass Effect universe, whether Renegade or Paragon. It has nothing to do with minigame.
I mean, to me, there's no difference between that and smashing the A button on Mario Party to blow up the balloon.
Just kind of friendships and relationships with that game. Okay, we're not going to talk Mario Party and GoldenEye 007. I lost so many friends. But that's what we do most of the people. We argue, debate, but none of us actually, it doesn't get so bad that we don't like, oh, well, we're not friends no more. We're three grown ass men. We don't have different opinions on
True. So, I mean, um, truthfully, and I may catch a lot of flack for it, but I'm a big fan of the content that they create. Boom Studios, a lot of their comics are actually fanfics
Yeah.
Oh
because
yeah, I
they,
mean that's all made for fans by fans.
yep,
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. Wasn't JDF pushing them like a lot at one point in time?
yep,
Yeah, he pushed for Soul of the Dragon. You know what I mean?
I mean, Solar
He
Dragon. He spent 5 years on that one.
Yeah, and that is a great book. It's a great book.
you have
It
basically Old Man Tommy
should have,
Oliver
like
and
it should have been something we got to see like on screen. You know what I mean?
Okay, to end to this because this speaking of Boom, I had this argument with a guy on Instagram, and I still have this argument with him. I hope he's listening, Alan. Anyway, he believes that Soul of the Dragon, which by the way is a damn good graphic novel. If you've not read it, I urge y'all to read it. He
mm-hmm,
believes that Soul of the Dragon is not canon to the show. When it is, it's talking about all of Tommy's forms that he had, on him, and I will say this too. I'm blue in the face. Yes, Boom has their own continuity when it comes to some of the comics that they have, like the new Timothy 2 crossover. Not continuity with the TV. It's all Boom continuity. All the limited series, like Sins of the Grid, The Psychopath. You guys won't read this as well. All has a TV continuity in mind. So when Boom does these, it's all canon to the show because uh, Lord Dracon, King Tyranno will never be canon because they've never appeared in the actual show. So what do y'all think? Y'all think Solar Dragon is canon? I believe it is.
I believe
I
it
think
is.
I think that what was meant was that it was to be left up to interpretation. You know, it's all art. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And the thing about art is that people get to decide which art they appreciate and which art they don't. You know what I mean? Um, and it just so happens that we're all people that have decided we're going to enjoy every art that comes of that particular subject matter. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Um, and we are not going to go deep into this, but unfortunately, we know people that don't feel the same way. You know what I mean? Um, People that could be, slightly toxic to an ongoing fan base, you know. But we're here trying to carry it forward. Things change, and with things changing, your view on those things needs to change. And I think that right now is about to be a time of a lot of really changing things, not only in Power Rangers, but in all other, parts of nerd culture. We got James Gunn taking over DC. we got new Power Rangers coming, not Sentai related, you know, um, and like who knows what other off the wall things are gonna come out of entertainment pretty soon, you know.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, J3D, the philosophical one of the bunch.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
and I believe it was you, Jeremy, or I think it was you, Jerry, that sent it out the David Yost fanfic that he created.
I think that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Jeremy.
I think that was Jeremy. Okay. Not to bag on David Yost. Not at all. Okay. But further analyzing, upon further analyzation, his storyline for his fanfic is basically Lost Galaxy. Let's be real. It's Mighty Morphin plus Lost Galaxy.
Yep. Which makes no sense. Okay, I don't hate David Yost. He's actually my favorite Blue Ranger out of the entire Power season. But you have okay. Now this is going to be kind of hard for him to get the script pushed because JDF is no longer with us. JDF is supposed to appear in the script as Tommy. Now, since Tri Young is true who plays Trini, she's not in this. Well, she's in the script, but she's not here physically. May she rest in peace.
Right.
But this takes place when Trini has passed away, and in the script it has determined she has. Well,
Right.
someone's got to take the form of the yellow saber-tooth tiger, and that someone in and David Yo's script is Tommy Oliver, which I'm not knocking the fact that he shouldn't be yellow because the Super Sentai counterpart is male Yellow Ranger. And he killed the part. But I cannot visually see JDF in the Yellow Ranger suit and colors.
He would be too buff. He would be too big.
Yeah, he would have been, yes. Um, I'm not knocking the gay community. I'm a bisexual man myself. So whenever I say that, I don't want people coming for me and trying to cancel me. It is what it is. But in no way, shape, or form is Netflix or is Hasbro or any studio going to Green Flag his script because it makes no sense whatsoever. Because one, in the script, he does not mention his love of his life from Saturday. Uh, doesn't mention her at all. Doesn't mention the fact that he underwent rapid age transformation from a kid to back to adult, which is the reason why he couldn't take the Gold Seal powers. But it just it's off the wall. I mean, it has the potential to be something so good, and something so awesome. But I just think he needs to take it back to the workshop and work on it.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I
pretty funny
agree.
because all this time everyone was like, make David's script, make David's script, make David's script. Now we're starting to read David's script and we're like, all right, I get it, I guess.
How about we don't and say that we did?
Yeah, how about we not make it and, say that we did and just make sure that he's involved in the other thing.
I just don't like the fact that Amy Joe basically said she's not going to appear in anything Power Ranger related until they greenlight his David Yosh's project. I mean, I'm all for supporting
That's like
your
depressing
friends
for
and
a couple
stuff.
different reasons because it's like, does she think that's a good idea? Like, does she like it? You know what I mean?
I mean, she's done said in the past that like David's right. She's not coming back unless his script was approved, which is never going to be approved. Um, I think she's only saying that because she supports David Yost as a friend and a colleague, And if she's read the script and she genuinely likes it, then I mean she likes it. We can't change that her mind on that. But I legitimately think it's only going to get approved if changes are made because Jason David Frank is in his script as Tommy, and Sally, you know, Jason David Frank is not with us no more. God rest his soul. Um,
Yeah.
and I think he does need to take it back to the drawing board and reimagine it carefully because a lot of fans don't want the names of Trini or Tommy Oliver to appear, even though that's not the real names. I mean, luckily we get Trini's daughter in Once and Always, which is next month. Maybe even if he can reimagine Trini's daughter in the script, or if and give Tommy a son or something like that. Which I don't know. This is same. This seems like Cherubi kind of territory I'm getting into.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to. I mean, we all love this property and subject matter, but also, I mean, past our own imaginations, we are not, unfortunately, our cries or ideas wouldn't be heard for at least several years from now. You know,
Yeah. That's true.
That's very true. Uh,
I
is
just
there anything?
we gotta just hope that they don't. I mean, I think in as much as so far Hasbro's done okay. Um, I'm very excited to see Once and Always. Um, and I think after Once and Always, we're gonna have a much better idea of what Power Rangers is gonna be going forward. You know what I mean?
Which, by the way,
Yeah, that's true.
we're planning the three of us. We talked about this for the day that we were planning on doing live feeds, the three of us for the first time coming up during Once and Always, so y'all can get our initial reactions. That way, you actually can see what. If you follow Phenomenalmiklo, you know what he looks like. Bundle of sexiness and fun that he is.
Oh, stop it.
You'll be able to
Oh
see
yeah,
me
but
and
we
Jerry as
should
well.
definitely we should do a live reaction pod to Once and Always. We all watch it for the first time at the same time live.
But it's gonna be on Netflix, and I have Netflix as well as David and Jerry. You use David's as well, so I mean, uh, yeah, and we'll have that primed and ready for all y'all. And if you can't watch the live, don't worry, it's gonna be recorded and still be put on our page on all the platforms that we are on, that we can do video on. We'll do that for you. Just make sure you see our initial reactions, and you get to see Radbug make an appearance. Uh, Lots of cool surprises on its way. Uh, and I do know we got some stuff around the corner. Diablo June. Sadly, we found out that Starship Troopers is for PC, so probably not going to stream that one. Um, don't ask about Wolong Fallen Dynasty. If you don't want to go there.
Hell no.
We were going to stream Wolong Fallen Dynasty because it's almost like if Dark Souls and Dynasty Warriors had a love child. This is basically what it is.
Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and
And
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors. Oh my god, I couldn't get past. Okay, I'm gonna get laughed at for this. I couldn't get past the first level, people. Seriously, it's not bad. And I was on normal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Normal. David got past it before I did, and I couldn't get past it. It's causing everyone in the house that I live with like to wake up. Oh yeah, I was mad the next day going to work. I said, "Screw it, it's not worth my sanity." So I deleted the damn thing, which is fine because I mean I'm not David. David paid money for it, so he was more pissed off than I was. Did you? Speaking of that, did you ever get your refund for that?
Nope.
I take the
The
money.
worst
Yeah.
$60 I ever spent.
All that
Mm.
talk is how I know I shouldn't fucking play that game.
You
Yeah,
really
save
shouldn't,
it.
bro.
Don't play it. I mean, if okay, that's not saying to anyone. Listen, if you like Elden Scrolls, Elden Ring, Dark Souls, if you like that game that was challenged, and this game is for you. But
Don't
if
you
you're a
disparage
casual,
Elder Scrolls like that. This game is nothing
if
like Elder
you're,
Scrolls.
I'm sorry, they're all the same to me, really, in reality. Uh,
Elder Scrolls is full of whimsy and fantasy.
okay, like Elden Ring and Dark Souls isn't.
Yeah, he has a good point on that one.
No, they're full of death and despair.
Okay, so is Elder Scrolls. You see, this is why when it comes to video games, people, me and Jerry will never see eye to eye because this man thinks a conversation wheel is a mini game, and yet he can't see the same differences in between Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, and freaking Elden Ring and Dark Souls. They're all the same.
Conversation wheels are mini games. Every a quick time action is a mini game.
Okay, quick time action is a mini game. Okay, whatever that says, left trigger, right trigger, yes, that is a mini game. Quick time action. A conversation wheel where you have full control and you're not tied. Quick time. Okay, that is not a mini game, good sir. You're going to lose this debate. Just know that.
Listen, all quick time actions are mini games. Not all mini games are quick time actions. Okay.
That's not true. But still, ladies and gentlemen, I love J3D like he's my brother. I mean, me and him go way back. He's helped me. I helped him. And at the end of the day, we had someone to talk to and vent about our day. But our debates and arguments are pretty bad sometimes. Shit.
Yeah, but it's mainly just because he's a rat bastard. Like, he, first of all, he randomly
Ooh,
hates.
you dirty rat. Ooh, you
You
killed my
killed
brother.
my
You
brother.
dirty rat.
You killed my brother. Oh my.
Oh, I am not a dirty rat. I took a shower. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. I'm not a dirty rat. Okay. I don't look like one either. I have all my shots. Okay. And I'm pretty sure David on the other line muted himself laughing so damn hard.
You have no idea how bad I'm laughing right now. I'm laughing so
Yeah,
hard I
he
gave
laughed at us
myself
all
hiccups.
the time.
That's how hard I was laughing, you guys.
Oh man.
Okay.
God. You should have heard his ass last night. We were arguing about TMT. Actually, no, it wasn't last night. It was before I had to go work. I had a lot to drink before I went to work. Yeah, don't do that, people. You get in a lot of trouble for doing that. But I said, fuck it, I did it anyway. I am more hilarious when I've been drinking than I'm sober.
I
I think
will
that's all
tell
I'm sure.
you that
Whew.
we definitely had a good half hour to 45-minute argument over text
Yeah.
Yep.
about the new Ninja Turtles trailer, where Jeremy was trying to tell me that it was an absolute affront to humanity, and he would not give Seth Rogen one rare cent of his money to watch that movie. Um, and I'm just like, listen, man, I will.
Yeah.
I will pay for you to go watch the movie when it comes out.
Okay, you
Just
know what? When it comes
so,
to oh god, y'all broke me.
So,
That did not
um,
take long.
no, it did not. Damn, these hiccups won't go away. I need to stop laughing so hard.
So you're saying, J3D, you're saying, my good sir, that I don't have a rare sin. So you're just saying that I'm broke right now, but I still wouldn't give him my brokenness. Is that what you're saying?
no. In fact, I don't know what your financial situation is, but I know that even if you were a bajillionaire, you would not give Seth Rogen 3 cents to watch this movie.
You know what? You know what? It's so bad. It's so bad because to me, a I would watch all his movies that he's ever made, he's ever done in Chinese and French. Like, can you imagine Pineapple Express but in French? And that's how bad this is. I would rather watch that. And to go back to your we were talking, I was going to say this, but I didn't want to cut anybody off. Whenever you and David Hiccups is about to get a lot worse after I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you said work of art, when we were talking about fan fiction, so you were talking about it's a work of art, correct?
Oh god. Yeah.
So does that mean when I take a shit, that's art?
Yes.
Since I create it, really. So I can Vincent Van Gogh my damn bathroom wall with a turd. Yeah. Hey
You
baby,
ever
I'm
go
gonna
to
cut my
Subway,
hair off.
somebody makes a sandwich for you? That's art.
No, my pizzas I make it work.
I hate you, because now my hiccups are worse.
It's okay. Hate's a human emotion. We're allowed to have it. Watch me get canceled for addressing that. No, but this episode was pretty interesting. I mean, I got
Yeah.
some rage. I don't normally do that.
I think we've covered a lot within this episode, so I don't know about
I
you guys,
agree.
but
Yeah, I think it was
I'm
a
pretty
good one.
stuffed.
I think we hit a lot of good ground in this one.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I got a lot of anger, a lot of rage out by a certain movie that I've been waiting to get out since yesterday. So I feel kind of relieved and recharged.
Well, I'm so happy that you're ready to go out in the world and hate on something else now.
Hey, don't tip me now and go another 2 hours talking about random shit that I hate.
I think
But
that would
until then,
exceed our pay grade.
yeah, that is true. So, keep in mind, you beautiful listeners, you guys can catch us on YouTube, the Zeonizer Podcast. We are on YouTube. We're also on Spotify. We're trying to get to Apple to get to where you guys could listen to us anywhere you guys listen to podcasts, but right now we're on YouTube, videos on Facebook, and
YouTube,
audio on
Spotify.
Spotify. I believe we also have an Instagram, Jeremy.
Yeah, we have an Instagram. We're the Zeonizer Podcast.
Wait.
Just started it up. Got a couple postings there. Um, I will, since I am in charge of that one, I will be posting any news that I may find about the Power Ranger culture, Marvel,
Yep.
DC, any video game or trailers. I'll post there, and that would be David and Jerry's kind of way to check the Instagram and see what I post. That would possibly be a good conversation. This will start when we do another episode.
Exactly. So you guys can find us, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
One more thing.
On Facebook, you guys can catch us on Instagram, YouTube. We also have a Discord, which that link will be posted. That's also posted on our YouTube channel. You guys can click on that and accept it, and you guys can have conversations with us on Discord. All three of us, not just one of us, one at a time.
We would be very interesting to have some of you guys pop in over there.
Exactly. So add us wherever you find us, and we look forward to talking with you guys and seeing what you guys come up with. So,
oh yeah. And also, we're also, if you do follow Anchor, which is a podcasting app for mostly audios, we're on Anchor as well, Zeonizer Podcast as well, so check us out there as well.
So, without further ado, you guys, this is your boy David, aka Phenomenalmiklo.
This is your boy Fun Guy, aka Jeremy.
And this is Jerry, still aka Jerry. Maybe J3D. Jeremy called me that a few times. Maybe I'll start saying that.
It's catchy. Okay, Jed.
All right,
Jed
guys. This is
good. All right. Yep.
These are you guys at the Zeonizer Podcast signing off, and we look forward to seeing you guys again. Have a good night.
You guys stay awesome, and remember, y'all guys want to get Zeonized, you know where to find us.
Stay Zeonized.